Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Friday night, I guess. And holy cow, there are 64 comments. Hello. Allie is here. Jimmy is here. Steffers, Cassandra, hello. Alex, hi. Augie, Caro is here. Welcome back. HL, Alana is here. Hello. Tim is here. Pinball Princess, hello. Oh, Tania is here. Welcome. Hi. Oh, I'm so happy to see every single one of you. L.A. Baker is here. Lynette is here. Hello. Trace is here. Hey, Chris is back. Hello. Sarah is here. Marissa is here. The Peachy Writer. Hello, hello, hello. Takara is here. Hi, Takara. Ryan is here. Yes, I'm on LinkedIn Live. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. It might be terrible. We'll see. We'll see. Laura is here and says hello from Frozen, Texas. Please take good care of yourself. Oh my gosh. Evan is here. Hello. Evan is having a struggle day as well and a struggle evening. We're glad you're here. Gosh, yes. If you're here, welcome. Liz is here. Hello. Charlie is here. Hi. Hi, everyone. If you are in Texas right now, if you are living in a place where there is no heat and no water, I'm thinking about you. My gosh, how awful, how terrible. I hope you're doing okay. Oh, Steve is here. Hello, Steve. Yes, like Tim says, warm feels and hugs go out to our Texas friends and anyone else who is just experiencing some really horrible effects of this weather. So, gosh, please know that we are thinking of you. I'm hydrating. Midori is here. Alana says, I wave every time Sarah says hello. I'll wave back at you. Hi. Mikey is here. Hey, Mikey. Yes, Allie says, this week has just been a lot. Yes, yes, this week has just been a lot. Oh, brain is exploding with happiness. I love it. Skit is here. Hello. Melissa's here. Hi. Anne is here. Hello, Anne. I'm glad you're here. Midori is very loudly here. Can you say hi? No, I hate being held, she says. Oh. Okay, I'll let you down. Oh, I'll let you down on this side. There we go. Okay. Yes, she's very loud. She's very elderly. Hi, Carmen. I'm glad you're here. Yes, this really is. It's just the Midori stream. I'm just here in like a Ryan Seacrest sort of capacity. I'm just here to like point to the important things. And yes, Midori's very grumpy tonight. Oh, Alana has pizza. Steffers has a snoring pit bull named Cupcake. Oh, Cupcake, we love you. Cupcake. Oh, Midori is getting a little old. She's 19, and I think she forgets that I've been in here petting her. Do you just forget that I was literally just in here petting you? So I don't neglect her. Oh my gosh, I know. Any snoring animal. It's so pure. Our other cat, Momo, he will snore sometimes when he sleeps, and it's just this little buzzing sound because he's a tiny cat, and it's just, well, I guess he's not tiny. Anyway. Hi, it's Friday. Okay. You know, I always forget to do this. I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm your host. I'm your Ryan Seacrest this evening for the real star of the show, Midori, the 19-year-old angry cat. You are just such a little puff. So hi. Yes, Momo is indeed named after the Avatar: The Last Airbender character. Because when we got Momo, he was just two big yellow eyes and two giant ears, just like the character from the show. So very, very Momo. Yes. Nice to hear about me, but can we please hear more from Midori? She's pushing my mouse with her nose across my desk. Oh, what is happening? Oh, that's true. Cassandra, this is true. Midori didn't forget the pets. She just needs to keep reminding you that your job is to always pet and adore her, always nonstop. Accurate. Okay, so I'm Sarah. The weather is terrible. Midori is old, and there are people who are not doing okay tonight. Oh my gosh, it is okay. Thank you, Steffers. Steffers points out it is a mouse. Midori just wants to snack on it. That's very nice. It's very nice. Takara has been on a writing storm lately to turn our conversation back to writing and creativity. Takara says, I'm proud of myself because I finished part 5 in 2 days. That's amazing. That is amazing. It's been a weird week. I've talked with some creators who, because of weather stuff, they're off work and they're doing some writing. I've talked to other creators who are just in the complete doldrums. I feel like everybody is in a little bit of a different place, but for those of you like Evan and Allie and everyone who are on the struggle bus this evening, hi, we're here with you. A lot of, I know that writing and creating, especially writing and podcasting, can seem so isolating and so lonely. Yes, I love you too. That's why this community is so important. That's why any writing community is so, so important. It's important for us to be here and to support each other. And I think, I don't know, most importantly, but very importantly, help each other remember that you are not alone in the way that you feel. And if you are having a struggle week, chances are several other people are having a struggle week. So yes. Oh, Mike is here. Hello, Mike. Oh, yeah. Yes, way to go, Takara. I love it. I know. Who knows? Maybe Midori is trying to tell us something about writing. Interpret as you will, I suppose. You're above freezing. That's good, Chris. Oh my gosh. Evan's kitten is also acting up. I think Zahava is the kitty that is acting up on that end. So yeah. Hey. All right. I'm hearing from a lot of people here about how they're doing this week, how they're doing creatively. Couple of podcasts, love it, wonderful. Liliana is here, hoping to reach page 100 of my novel tonight. That's going to be amazing. Please let us know when that happens so we can celebrate with you. Cassandra says I'm having a grumpy week. I feel that. There's just so much going on. Ooh. Alana says, I got going today by changing what I've been working on. I stopped working on my novel and started on podcast scripts. It helped me to gain words today. I love that. Caro says, tonight my plan is to channel all of the awfulness of the day into creating something true and healing. Yes, by which I mean tonight I'm working on my post-seen and not heard slice of life project. Good. Oh, I love that. Good. Yes, something true and healing. That is so important. That is so important. Yes, I love this. Liliana, you can do it, says Marissa. That's wonderful. Mike says, I legit just waved at my off webcam like anyone can really see me right now. That's okay. I think a lot of people, we've been doing that today. I think we're starved for human connection. So just everybody like take a second. We're all waving to each other. Hello. Hi, I'm waving to you. You're waving to everyone. It's beautiful. Augie says, how was your week, Sarah? My week was good. I got some good writing done. I got some good planning done. I realized that somehow I should probably be making money in 2021. So I got some business planning done. I do remember a few weeks ago, we talked about wanting to do sort of a workshop or a walkthrough of what a business plan could look like for a podcast or for a writer or just for a creative individual. I have not forgotten that. I just want to prepare myself a little bit and not wing it. And I have not had a chance to like prepare something. And so that is still on my mind and I would still like to do it, but I just want to make sure that I do it right so I don't lead a ton of you astray. So yes, Steffers is planning as much of the remainder of season 1 of Spectre, the Space Pirates story, as I can tonight so I can get to writing actual episodes. Good. Small tangent. I am extremely allergic to cats. And so there's some cat hair sticking to my lip gloss. And so I will be leaving. Once we start our writing portion and our creative portion of things tonight, I might go wash my face. Writing up that casting call. Oh, Davis, I hope that you don't lose power. Davis says all my lights are flickering. Either that or you have got a poltergeist. So you might want to look into that. And he says, hi all, anxiety is ridiculous here thanks to our week of winter. So glad it's Friday. Yeah, lots of anxiety this week. I'm definitely feeling that. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Carrie's here. Hey, Carrie. Ooh, I like this, Space Selkies. Oh, that sounds beautiful. I used to love, I don't know if it was Chris Van Allen or who it was when I was growing up. There's a really beautiful picture book about Selkies that I loved checking out from the library. So that's really, really cool. The Peachy Writer says they'll be working on a new idea for a middle grade novel. It may or may not involve Bigfoot. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, this is really cool. I got my 23-year-old son to commit to writing with me every day. Best part, it was his idea. That's cool. That is really, really cool. That's really cool. What a great thing. Oh. Let's see. Steve says, working on getting much deeper into episode 3 of my series, which started weirdly with nudity. I like that. Is it audio only nudity? That's really fun. Let's see. Tonight, Evan says, I'm going to plot out and then hopefully start writing a gift for my partner for her birthday next month. A written gift. Oh, I like this. I like this. Okay, I want to know more about this concept. This is fantastic. Oh yeah, you're definitely being haunted. It's the ghost of dehydration, and they want you to drink some water. I really wish that there was a very clever ghost name that I could tie in with hydration. I don't know. Okay, I blew it. I blew it. I missed my chance. Let's see. Augie, using that brand new method of editing tonight. Augie says, recording myself reading my rough draft so I can listen to it as I line it on paper. Today I start episode 1. I am very excited about this. Let us know how that goes. I think that's a really cool idea. Cassandra says, on the plus side, my class I had been writing and prepping for last weekend went well. Yay! Good. Had some really fantastic feedback that made me feel like it was worth doing. Good. Awesome. Trey says, tonight I was going to work on writing podcast things, but now I'm wading through old words from 12 to 18 years ago. Oh, to be able to sing them again. That actually sounds kind of beautiful. Unless this is in some way a negative thing. I know I need to go take my allergy meds. I also need to catch up here. Let's see. Ooh, good. Okay, I'm missing out on a lot of people's progress here. Allie says, yesterday I got the second volume of music for Dining in the Void put together, so on March 2nd. I'm going to be releasing that with the last episode of season 2. Beautiful. Oh, that'll be really cool. I like it when video games do that too. I like that a lot. Ooh, are you writing a horror podcast, Alex? And also, do you consider ostium horror? It's like creepy, but do you consider it horror? Alex says I'll be working on writing some things down for the horror podcast idea I've had in my head for a few months, where the listener is the main character. Ooh, so are you writing it in like a second person point of view? Are you doing that kind of audio, like binaural audio, where it's like kind of around the listener? I would love to know more about that. There's still cat hair on my face. That's fine. Marissa says, finished translating chapter 3 during the snow day. Excellent. Plowed through the murder and those awkward love scenes like a boss. Yes. And you're working on your own novel tonight. I love it. I hope it is rejuvenating and refreshing and the exact opposite of all of those awkward love scenes. I hope that it is amazing. Skid says, I don't actually have anything to work on for once. I could work on season 2 of my podcast solo, but I have plenty of time. Yeah, what do you want to do tonight? It's Friday night. Like, what do you want to do that sounds refreshing and fulfilling? How do you want to use this time? You're on your 3rd glass. Well, I can't harass you about hydrating anymore. Man. Oh, H2 Ghost. Thank you, Alex. And your daughter needs to drink water too. Water, hydration is for everyone. H2 Boo. Jimmy says, hydrate, don't die, Drake, and then come back as a Banshee Drake. That's hard to say. Oh, there was a typo. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, it is. Horror podcast idea is full immersion by all the above with my amazing sound guys. Very cool. I love it. Love it. Fantastic. Davis says, I thought I was writing an urban fantasy book. My critique partners confirmed it's horror fantasy. I don't even know what the difference is. Like, I feel like most of the urban fantasy that I read has like horror elements in it. I don't know. I'm thinking of like the Laurel Hamilton, the Jim Butcher, like those have like vampires and werewolves and more vampires. Is that horror, or does that count as urban fantasy? I don't know. I feel like a lot of genre pedantry, I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, is just very, very blurred, very blurred. A little too horror. Oh, is this the one that you said was like super dark and you were worried about people thinking things? Jimmy says, I'm working on my story for the weekly prompt, which I'll have done tonight. That'll make 3 straight weeks of 2 stories plus the prompt plus the newsletter. What? Jimmy has been on a roll. Jimmy has not always been on a roll. Jimmy has been on a roll lately because Jimmy has realized but Jimmy has a lot of potential as a writer, and Jimmy, I think, is moving forward and actively enjoying acting on that potential, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's amazing. Does drinking hot chocolate count for hydration? Oh, that's a good question. I guess it doesn't really have caffeine or alcohol in it. So yes. I guess, is sugar dehydrating? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about this. Hydrate, don't dehydrate stickers. Oh my gosh. Okay, speaking of that, I have a prototype. I have a prototype sticker. Wait, I have to see if I can find it now, and I'll share the link here. I just put it out on my Right Now site. It's not good yet. I was trying to find this kind of like font, the Dymo label kind of font, but I did a hydrate, don't dehydrate, and then a not moonshine, and I'm going to share those. Stuffers just says, My requirements for hydration isn't liquid. I feel like I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Oh, yeah. If your water isn't safe to drink right now, if you are in Texas, if you are somewhere where the water is not safe, yes, please do not drink just straight water. Please either boil your water, drink bottled water, or have like some juice or something. Here, I want to share this with you in the chat here. If I can. Good grief. Okay. I made little things. Oh yeah, or you could just melt some snow. I don't know how well that works, but maybe it could work. Okay, there we go. That took me 10 million years. It's just out on my right now TeePublic site. And I was actually thinking like, I don't want to be like, hey, go buy my stuff, but like, I kind of want to do like a little giveaway maybe of some of these stickers. And I think that could be really fun. So I want to find a way, and for those of you who are on Facebook here, yeah, it's just my right now TeePublic site. I kind of want to do like a little giveaway. I think that would be really fun. But I haven't thought of like any parameters for it or anything yet. So yeah, just know that that's probably coming in the near future. So yeah. Oh, maybe it is dehydrating. Marissa says, I completely cut out sugar, and whenever I accidentally eat it, now I get incredibly thirsty. Sorry to rain on the sugar parade. I know, look at me keeping up with the chat. Well, kind of, not really. I lost it again. Okay, we love giveaways. I love it. Oh, no. Okay, Chris is asking, Sarah, is this you or another Sarah Werner? So there is, there's a ton of Sarah Werners. I actually grew up in the same town as another Sarah Werner. It's like incredibly common. It's like John Smith, right? That's why I use my middle name, Sarah Ray Werner, so that I can like distinguish myself just a little bit. But that Sarah Werner is amazing. Shoot, I can't remember their Twitter handle, but we like met on Twitter when somebody confused us at a conference. But the other Sarah Werner does some really incredible work with like the history of printing and etymology and all that stuff. So yes, so that's a different Sarah Werner, sadly, but just as awesome or even more awesome than me. I want to talk about this real quick. Tania says, at the risk of bringing the mood down a bit, I hate it when I do that. Tonight, I am working on finding my words of farewell to my dog I had to say goodbye to this morning. Oh, Tania. Oh, Tania. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I don't think you have to worry about bringing the mood down. I think this is a place for feeling everything. This is a place for feeling joy and celebration, and also a place for sharing the things that really, really hurt. Gosh, I know you are definitely, you are not alone. Yeah, and there's some lovely people in the chat right now. Yes, Steffer says writing those words out will be so helpful in processing grief. Absolutely. Oof. Yeah, Evan says, I'm glad you can take some time to write about this. Me too. Yes, thank you, Augie. Oh, Augie says the stream of summer, we can all come to take care of each other, whether that's emotionally or creatively. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Augie. That's very very well said. Mary says, I'm sorry, it's hard. We lost one of my dogs this summer and I'm still not healed from this. Yes. Sending you so much love, Tania says, seriously, I can't say this enough. You guys are the best, and I can feel all the hugs. Good. Oh, that's so hard. And I wish I could help. And that's part of the frustrating thing too, is, sort of being a bystander. I want to help, and I all I can do is say that we love you and we are here for you. And that I think many of us, myself included, understand what that's like. And thank you for sharing that with us. I know it's probably so hard to talk about, and I'm glad, I'm very, very glad that you get the chance to write about it, and you get a chance to explore some of those feelings. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it's so hard. So hard. So yeah, there's such a huge spectrum of things going on, and there always will be. We opened up tonight talking about hey, there's people who are suffering and who don't have power right now and who don't have water. And I was reading stuff earlier about people in poorer communities in Texas who are living in their cars and trying to build small fires so that their families don't freeze to death. And it's just, and then you have that juxtaposed with celebrating, Takara reached the next chapter in her story. We have people publishing things, and there's so much to celebrate, and there's so much to digest, and there's so much to mourn, and there's just so much going on. It almost feels like too much. So yeah, I'm really glad that you are using the time tonight to process. Yeah. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie says life is never just one thing. It's a lot of things happening all at once. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Allie. Yes. I was like, something really fun and cool happened. It's celebrating the Mars landing. Right. It's just this really weird juxtaposition. Yeah. So it's yay, I'm celebrating the Mars landing, and also feeling really terrible for people who are suffering. Oh, Alana, this is a really good way to talk about it. We cover all realms of reality here, so this group is perfect for all. Yeah. Yes. That is such a good way of putting it. So, yeah. And I don't even know if I want to start talking about but we were speaking earlier about, is Davis's book urban fantasy or horror fantasy? And it's I don't know, is anything ever just one thing? Is anything ever just a comedy or just a tragedy? Or, how do we even start defining things? And is it by majority of content? Is it, who knows? In other news, I have a duck mug tonight. I wanted to share this with you because it's a duck mug. So hopefully seeing these beautiful ducks from a bygone era will cheer someone up. I like this. Carol says, I think the best comedies have a bit of tragedy in them and vice versa. Yes, I think so too. And I don't know, you can get into all sorts of, philosophical thinking and, really theorizing about, the meaning of life. But, I'm trying to think, is it Robert Frost, right? Who said nothing gold can stay? The reason, a lot of the reason things are beautiful is because they're temporary. And I know that can be really, really, really difficult to digest. And, but would we be able to understand light if there wasn't darkness? And would we be able to understand joy if there wasn't sorrow? And of course, I know we'd like it to be sunny and joyful all the time. That would be, pretty great. Yeah. Ooh. I like this. Oh my gosh. Now I can hydrate with my duck mug. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you. I know their little faces are so puffy. I know their little faces. Oh my gosh, I know. Mary says this is what makes a library impossible to organize by genre. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, is this science fiction or fantasy or some weird blend of each, but also it has a mystery? When I was trying to categorize Girl in Space, I was like, I guess it's sci-fi because it takes place in space, but it's also kind of a mystery, but it's also kind of slice of life, and it's also kind of fantasy because it's not all hard science. So yeah. Yeah, Davis says one of the big bummers I faced today was the Archive 81 thing. Made me wonder how little agency I have over ensuring that my creations retain their sexuality. Yeah. I don't know if any of you saw the news. Archive 81 is being made into a show by Netflix, and the main character, well, yeah, I guess the main character, there's kind of like you hear this character like in retrospect, but this character, it was a gay character, and they made the character not gay anymore, probably just so it goes over well. I don't know. If you've actually listened to the podcast, like what they're planning on doing seems like a really bad idea. But maybe. So I don't know. We'll see. Jimmy, I really appreciate this. Jimmy says, to borrow from and append to Robert Frost's quote, in 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Yes. And what makes it worthwhile are the bright and warm friendships and the shiny moments of wonder that carry us through the times of sadness and badness and utter crapulence. Jimmy, you are a writer, and I love that. Thank you for sharing that with us. I know. It's annoying and I hate it. I know. Girl in Space is a workplace drama mystery space opera. Prove me wrong. No, I think that's 100,000,000% correct. That is a million %. So I don't know if a million is 2 million, or if it's 1 times 1. I don't know what that is. Yes, music can also be very, very, very healing. I know. Yeah, so it's interesting to think, and I feel like this is like a whole nother topic entirely, but like a lot of people really dream of having their novel or their podcast adapted into a movie or a TV show. Gosh, but when that happens, so much changes. Yeah. And what if whoever's adapting it like fundamentally misunderstands what you were trying to do with your work in the first place, and the letter is carried out but not the spirit. I can tell you, okay, here's my advice. If you are approached to have your work turned into a TV show or a movie, number 1, have a lawyer. Number 2, have an agent. Number 3, have your agent fight for you or fight for yourself to get an executive producer role. Okay? This will ensure that you can call the shots when the shots need to be called on your show. And if they do something, that you fundamentally disagree with, that you have space to push back and argue. A lot of what I learned is not everybody has the same vision for your show that you do, and sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's okay, and sometimes it's not okay. And you have to really, this is part of why it's so important to have a mission statement for your show or your novel or whatever it is that you're working on, even just yourself as a creator. Know what's important to you and know what the message of the show is and know what you want and need to say so that you know what to push back against. So yeah, if they're trying to like whitewash your cast, if they're trying to just change something that's important to you, being an executive producer on your show will give you the tools you need to say, we need to take another look at this. But again, you don't want to push back against everything. Like, oh, excuse me, this character's hair is, it needs to be shoulder length and not like chin length. Like, I mean, unless that's fundamental to the story, you know, don't overdo it. So, okay. Sorry, I go on. Oh my gosh. Yes. The horrible thing Jimmy says about adaptations is that a writer can never control what the adaptation of it will be, unless they're an executive producer. And even then, you know, it's a team effort and you don't 100% get everything that you want. Alex, can we make this happen? Alex says, I want us to have a special room at the next podcast con for a giant group hug and to hang out together. Yes, please. Can somebody make that happen? Somebody please make that happen. Yeah. And Allie, there is something really important to be said about starting your own network. There's a reason that Girl in Space is not on a network. There's a reason that the things I create are self-published. And it's because I don't want to compromise. And I mean, that's everybody's call. You know, not being on a network or being indie means that I sacrifice some things. Like I could be getting bigger reach. I could be making money. I could be doing these other things, but you have to understand what's important to you as a creator. Yeah. Oh, Steffers says, all of this agent and lawyer talk gives me anxiety. That seems like important people stuff. Haha. I don't think it's important people stuff. I think it's just something that most creators, depending on what path you want to go down, is realistic. It seems really far away, but it is also not outside of the realm of happening. And it doesn't mean that people are more important than other people. I want to say that because it's really, really, really important. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yeah. I know, Allie says, if Dining in the Void ever becomes a TV show, I hope they don't rely on CG, but instead use practical effects because those always feel the most real. It's really funny. You know, at some point, I mean, again, depending on how you're involved in the show as a creator. So like, Outlander by Diana Gabaldon like got adapted into a TV show, and Diana Gabaldon is not associated with it in any way. Like apparently she just signed over the show and they're making it without her, and whatever happens is not, you know, has nothing to do with her. And that's one thing that you can do. But again, executive producer, or at least some kind of producer, so that you can, or like get in the writer's room, or yeah, just if it's important to you and you need to be involved, then make sure you are involved. Yes. Yeah, Evan says, that's why this planet needs a name as independent too. There are things I want to do, and I don't want to have to get anyone else's permission to do it, other than Trace and the 8 other people in the show. Absolutely. I don't want anybody's approval. I don't want any gatekeeping. Sorry, this is getting a little preachy. I feel very strongly about this. I feel very strongly about this. We'll just say that. Yes. Yes. Sarah being an indie podcaster and succeeding. Yes. And everybody has a different definition of success as well. But Allie says, which success in my eyes is doing this mostly full-time or mostly full-time, gives me hope that I can do it too. Yeah, it's just all about what you're creating, how you're setting yourself up. Yeah, I don't know. I just want people to know it's possible. I want people to know it's possible. I don't know anyone. I didn't know anyone in Hollywood. I don't, yeah. Didn't have any like whatever cousins working for anywhere. Like, it's possible. It's possible. Oh, Takara says, what's the difference between an agent and a manager? They're actually really, really similar. At one point, I would have been able to tell you. I'm not 100% confident right now that I would be able to tell you. So I will either table that for another day when I can actually like come back prepared and give you a really good answer. Or if somebody else in the chat here is familiar with that language, please let us know. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you. Carol says everyone is so, so important. Ooh, okay, that's right. This is a create along. This isn't Sarah preaches at you about being an executive producer when your show gets turned into a movie or a TV show. We're here. We're here. We're here to create and support each other. All right, I wanna like look through real quick. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. It looks like. Oh, and people are talking about their definitions of success, which I love. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, I'm just like reading through the comments. Yes. And this is really good too. There's something to be said, as Stephen King says, the original story is still there on the shelf unchanged. Right. So like, even if Girl in Space got made into a really terrible TV show, you know, the podcast still exists and I still like the podcast, and there's some solace in that. Allie, you are not running out of time. Okay, I want to touch on this and then we'll get started. Okay, Allie says, I keep having to remind myself that I'm not running out of time to succeed and that I can take my own time. I don't know why I'm waggling a finger, but yes, I need to emphasize this. Weird feelings of having to grow up too fast and also being a lot younger than most of the community. Yes, that is a weird dynamic. It's never too late to start something and succeed. I don't mean to keep using Jimmy as an example. Jimmy just published his first book and he is 51. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Alex says, I have a manager, but not an agent. I feel like an agent can handle more details with contracts and negotiating. Yes. Yes. I like this. Succeeding to me is writing. Succeeding with my writing to me is finishing it and having someone read it and like it. Evan says, success is fan art, good tears, people who love the story and see themselves in it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. There is hope for you. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. One of my original Right Now podcast coffee breaks was an interview with, oh my gosh, I think he was 89 or 92 or something like that. He had just published his first book and he came on my podcast. He was a retired lawyer from New York and he was a delight. It's never too late, ever, 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 ever. Okay, should we get to writing? Okay. Ooh, oof, oof. Okay. There we go. Okay, I had to get our banner up here. So hey, this isn't just a chit chat group. This is a group where we get together and we make stuff. And Sarah, I like this. Sarah, okay, I have to say this real quick. Bram Stoker published Dracula at the age of 50, and Dracula never killed anyone until he was dead. Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, message of hope from Dracula. Be like Dracula. Wait, don't. Okay. We're going to write together. Let's see. We'll go until 8:30, so that's 45 minutes. Hopefully that's enough time for you to do things. If you want, you can mute me. I do mute myself over here. I don't play music or anything. You can go ahead, play that on your end if you want. We will come back at this time. When we come back, you will be summoned back by the Alpenhorn of Summoning, which is a very beautiful, melancholy sound that scares people sometimes. But it's meant to be gentle. It's intended to be a loving summons back to the fold. Chris says, I've spent all day in front of the computer, not writing tonight. Talk to y'all later. Chris, peace out. If anyone else needs to leave, like, this is by no means an obligation or a class. If you need to go, please go. Just know that we're always here Wednesday and Friday nights. We're here for you. Yeah, let's get to creating. You ready? I'm ready. Hi, welcome back. Writers and creators, yes. Stuffers the Great brings back from, was it earlier this week or was it last week, the gentle yeeting of the Alpenhorn. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, I'm going to get rid of my banner here. How are you doing? How was that? How are you feeling? I love this. There was a lot going on. Yeah, I get it. Allie said, I did so little writing, RIP. Tim says, I did so much gaming. Valheim is a pretty sweet game. That's right. I usually say this. This is something I forgot to say because I was getting so swept along in our conversation. This is a little too late, but like, if you need to use this time to meditate, to play games, to journal, you don't have to work on your project. So this is your first time here. I'm sorry I didn't say that earlier. I should have. So yeah, there's I want to say that there's no judgment and no guilt here. Sometimes we need to take a break and sometimes we need to not write. Oh, hey, Frontier Enforcer is here, says, hello, I'm new here. Yes, welcome. Hello, new people. I am so happy you're here. And also recurring people who have been here before. Some loud things going by outside. I want to highlight a couple things that came through. There's a lot of talk of, it looks like cloaks and capes, which I appreciate. Caro says, hello. Caro does not say hello. I was reading the comment above that from Augie, who said hello to our new person. But Caro says, okay, I did a very, very big, hard thing tonight, writing-wise. Feel pretty raw about it, but I'm proud of myself for getting through it. Yes, Caro, I am, without even knowing what it is, I'm so proud of you. Facing hard things is hard. And even diving into a place where you feel like you have the courage to address it or to work through it or to work with it or work against it, whatever that is, kudos to you. I'm really, really, really proud of you. Yes. Mikey says, I went into the Scrivener hole. Yes, I've been there as well. Augie got 8 pages edited. I feel like such a beast with my red editing pen. New editing technique is a success. I love it. I love to hear it. I love it when we can try new things and they actually work out. Like, that's a big deal. So congrats, Augie. Carrie says, I wrote a few lines and then decided to play with stickers and work on my planner. I feel that. So, you know, for a lot of us, a lot of you came in today saying, like, I've been struggling this week. It's been a struggle week. If you need to play with stickers, oh, I love stickers. Let me tell you, my sister got this for me for Christmas. It is, it's a roll of unicorn stickers and they're like all different. Someone's interested in stickers. Oh, you like stickers too. Very interested in the stickers. Yeah. So yeah, I totally get that. Liliana, yes, you're going to get to page 100 tonight. You are on page 96. Yep, go ahead, mute us. You can't hear me right now, probably. You're not paying attention. That's perfect. You are working on your novel. You're going to get to page 100, and we're so proud of you. I love it. Let's see. Excellent. Alana finished my script for episode 1 of my podcast, then gamed and paid bills. I mean, that's like a perfect Friday night, right? I love it. Charlie is still at work. That's okay. That's okay. You're doing good work. Charlie works, well, I won't tell the whole world where you work, but Charlie's doing good work. I love it. Mike says, I got about half of my audition sides typed up. Awesome. So sides are the lines that people have, people who are auditioning read. I feel like I just made that way more complicated than it needed to be. There was a time when I did not know what sides were, and now I feel like I need to share that knowledge. So yes, good. Caro, yes, continues. It feels really good to have gotten certain things down in words, but phew, yeah. Good. I know it's hard, but it sounds like it's really worth it. It sounds like it's really worth it. You know what, Carmen, I feel this. Carmen says, gave up on writing today after 15 minutes of staring at words, decided to read instead. That's a sure sign that you needed to recharge. And I love reading to recharge. A lot of what we put out is determined by what we're taking in. You are just, she's just a little puff tonight. But yeah, it sounds like you made a really, really good choice. And I hope that you are feeling fulfilled. And I hope that you're able to, if you have time to write tomorrow or time to create, that you wake up tomorrow feeling refreshed and ready to write and create again. Trace says, I managed to wade through my 20s, gleaned all kinds of lost lyrics, and actually did manage to do some writing for the podcast too. Wow, that was kind of hard, but amazing. I'm glad that you did that. Steffers, how'd you do? Steffers says, I got the majority of episode 8 planned. The space pirates got themselves into a hairy situation. Ooh, I am curious if that is literal or figurative, and I cannot wait to find out. I love it. Good. Laura says, I needed that. No work this week because of the weather, so I had started slipping down into lockdown style binge watching blah. It's really easy to go there. For me, it's binge watching, and even more than that, it is scrolling. I will lose 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, unintentionally. Just the time is gone, and I very, 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 very much understand that. And I'm so glad. I mean, it's like, there's nothing wrong with enjoying Netflix or with checking social media, but if you're just doing it in like a distraction loop to hide or to distract yourself, it can be good to take a break sometimes. So, oh my gosh, Frontier Enforcer, I've been here. So they say, I managed to write about a page, although I did delete about 4. I was talking about this earlier. I don't remember if it was earlier this week or last week. I wrote negative words on Girl in Space for a couple days. I had to get rid of some pages. The story needed to go in a different direction. And so I've been charting my word count. And for a few days, it was like negative 263. And it just hurts. It hurts to see that. But that's what this is. That's what this creative journey is. Sometimes to move forward, you need to move a little bit backward. Yeah. And you finished chapter 16. I love it. Mary got some Instagram images created and scheduled. 3 of them scheduled. Need to schedule about 13 more. Oh, yeah. This week, I don't know if you get my Dear Creators newsletter, but this week it was about social media and keeping up and batching and all the shoulds involved in that. It can be hard. Ooh, good. Jimmy, you finished your prompt story. Did you post it in our Discord? I would love to check that out. Ooh, Pinball Princess says, I've been hitting a block. I've had a long history with blogs, and I want to try to do one again, but I feel totally stuck. I think it's because I feel weird being vulnerable and revealing details of my life, both of which seem to be important for creating a good narrative or framework for a post. Also not sure what I'd write about, but the first point sounds like a deeper issue. Yeah, Pinball Princess, there are... Oh my gosh, I understand this so much. So there's a few things that you can do. If you want, you can publish under a pen name or some kind of pseudonym. Um, I actually did that for years. I have probably a decade or more of blogs under a name that is not my name. And I built it up and I built up a community around it. And I'm very glad that that I did that, because I was processing a lot of things. It was a younger version of myself. And so, older me is grateful that younger me like took those precautions. But there's also the thought or the idea of publishing it under your name and having that be a really bold step. And you don't have to like jump right into it. Like the first blog post on your blog doesn't have to be like, let me tell you my deepest, darkest secrets. They can come out slowly as they need to. Especially if you plan on doing the blog for an extended period of time. Like people can get to know you very slowly, and you can let your story come out as the community grows. But you also don't need to reveal anything that you're not comfortable revealing. Your story is yours to tell or yours to protect. And maybe one day you will want it to come out. You will want some of these details to come out. And maybe you won't. That is entirely your call to make. You own your story. And whether you're ready to share parts of that story or all of it or none of it, that is completely your call. That is completely your call. So I don't want to encourage you to do anything that you're not comfortable doing yet, and that doesn't feel natural or authentic to you. I never want you to start spilling personal information because you feel like you should, or because it's what other bloggers are doing. So yeah, we'll talk more about this. If you remind me either on Wednesday during our next create along, or if you want to start talking about that in our Discord, I'd love to chat back and forth in more depth about what that can look like. And even more importantly, what do you want out of the blogging experience? You say you want to try to do a blog again, but is it because you want to share those deeper stories, or is it because you like having your own platform? So yeah, let's dig into that a little bit further. Good. Takara says, I got a page done. I love where the story is going. I love it. I love it. Another book lover says, my main character is practicing lock picking, trying to find a cute assistant, and currently trapped in a plastic box, though not in any current danger. He's just trying out a new escape trick. Oh, I love it. I love it. Evan says, I didn't do anything particularly hard tonight, but I finished my outline and wrote the first scene of what looks like it's going to be a very fun piece. Some would argue that finishing an outline and writing a scene is hard. I'm glad that it didn't maybe feel difficult or tedious or anything like that to you, but give yourself credit. You did some good work tonight. Andy says, a little bit of rewriting accomplished. It's a start anyway. Vague and poetic as usual. Boy, don't I know that with my own writing. I'm not judging you. Other good news of the day. Little brother asked a question about maybe submitting flash fiction and got a whole long thread in reply. Proud big sister moment. Good. Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, Tim says this is the Midori show featuring some lady named Sarah. Yeah. She's over in the easy chair doing some biscuit kneading with her blanket. So maybe we have a little bit of respite. Marissa says 600 words tonight and wrapping up my 4th chapter. Heck yes. I want to write and write and write, but I think I should stop and do more outlining soon. Yeah, if your gut is telling you to just stop while you're ahead and like get some more work done so that you can prepare future you for an easier time, a frictionless writing experience, as far as those go. Yeah, listen to your gut. Good. Tania, I love this. Tania says, I got my words and a good cathartic cry out. Good. Good. We are, Tania, we are thinking of you. We are sending you love and warmth. Yeah. We are here with you. We are here for you. And you are not alone. Let's see. I've had some people asking for our Discord link. Tim is my partner and moderator, Tim Prime, is trying to keep the trolls out. We've had some trolls like come and try to like hang out in our community here. And I'm trying to figure out a way to like invite people into the Discord without like having the trolls be like, ooh, somewhere I can, torment people. So if you have any ideas on how and where to share the Discord, let us know. Because I want to keep the Discord like open and inviting and inclusive and friendly, but I also want to keep it a safe space. And it's such a hard balance because, I want to let everyone in and give everybody a chance. But also sometimes people come in and say hate things and I don't want that. So, yeah, that's welcome. Let's see. Yes. A lot of yes. Yeah, Mary says, if I wrote instead of scrolling, I could have written a dozen books by now. I know. I'm the same way. But there, then social media is created to be addictive. Like it's created to make us crave more. Like everything from the colors to the infinite scroll, like it's carefully engineered to keep us on whatever platform we're using. And so I want to make sure that we're not like fully blaming ourselves for spending time on it. We have to remember to be gracious to ourselves and give ourselves a little bit of grace and forgiveness and say, okay, you know what? I realize I've been on Instagram for 2.5 hours. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to forgive myself and I'm going to move forward with my story. Just because I realized like, if I can, I will spend my time like down a regret spiral, like just daydreaming of the 12 books that I could have written instead of moving forward with the one book or the one podcast or the one whatever that I am writing. But yeah, I totally feel that. Yeah. Wow. Jimmy says, tonight's story is the 9th so far this year. Plus, I've written a newsletter every week. Yes, you have since mid-November. Plus, my co-creator and I got our poetry picture book out in roughly a month, which is amazing. Hardly anyone reads what I do so far, but I'm all about tomfoolery and shenanigans. So maybe I'll pick up some story-loving friends as I shenanigan along. That's absolutely it, Jimmy. That's absolutely it. When you start, there's nobody. That's what building an audience is. You're in your audience building phase and you'll grow as you go. I remember the first time I started doing these live streams, I had, like one person, 2 people. And now I have 40 people. And maybe next year I'll have 3,000 people. Yeah. What's important is that you are creating content that you love and that is meaningful to you and to your existing audience. Your audience is only going to continue to grow if you continue to do that. Yes, Mary says, yay to all the people who made progress tonight. I love it. Oh, Davis, this is interesting. So Pinball Princess said, was talking earlier about sort of feeling some discomfort with the amount of vulnerability that it may or may not take to start and invest in and create a blog going. Create a blog going. We're not going to judge Sarah's English right now to keep a blog going. Davis, I like this point. Davis says that's definitely why I have a journal instead of a blog. Yes, I am also, I'm very careful. I always have my journal here next to me. I had to start a new one, which I'm really excited about. And this is where I process everything. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll take journal entries and I will write them out into kind of more thought out blog pieces. But yeah, it's whatever you want and need to do. Anne says, uh-oh, I feel another chapter coming on. Do it, Anne. You write your heart out. I don't literally write your heart out, but figuratively write your heart out. Oh, I like this. Another book lover says, my blog isn't too personal. I mostly chronicle my writing ups and downs. I use it to unblock. Yeah. The journaling for me is great for that. It gets what is it? Louis L'Amour said, just write. One cannot write if the faucet is not turned on. So I think of my journaling in the morning as just turning on the faucet, letting the water run for a while. And then, oh, it's a nice temperature. I can move over to the project that I want to work on. So good. Yes. Give yourself credit. Evan says, okay, fine. I did work I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do, and I will give myself credit for that. Good. Davis says, I finished my workout and I need to plan when I'm writing my next projects. A lot of these are deadline based. Ooh, do you use a calendar? Do you use a spreadsheet? Do you use just pen and paper? I like to use pen and paper. Looks like people are heading out, maybe. Oh, yeah, this is great. Yeah, if you want a link to the Discord, please ask and someone will DM you. That's great, Tim. Thank you. Yes, we're going to yeet the trolls. I love it. Yeah, my mods are so beautiful and amazing. Yes, Tania says, appreciate how much work you guys put into making and keeping this such a positive space. Thank you. I have an amazing team of moderators who are here, and I'm very grateful to you all. This is community building, I think, takes a lot more work than many people realize, and keeping it positive and inclusive and friendly and loving and all of those good things can be challenging, because it's in a public space and like literally anyone can join us. So yeah. Yes, Jimmy is killing it in 2021. Yes. Yes. Good. Augie's heading out doing some D&D. Heck yes. Enjoy. We'll see you Wednesday. Thank you for being here, Augie. Augie is one of our mods. So Augie, thank you for the work that you're doing. Carol, I love this. Carol says, I just wrote a line that made me laugh out loud. Sometimes I have a hard day and I forget that I'm funny for a while. I am glad that you have rediscovered that you are hilarious and amazing. Yes. Good. Yes. 2 more pages. Yes. Liliana, you are at page 98. You have 2 more pages to go until you hit page 100. I love it. I love it. Pen and paper squad. Yes. Yeah. Stuffer says deadlines make my soul shrivel up and die. LOL. I like deadlines. I've recently realized that I'm not a I'm a procrastinator, but like I enjoy deadlines because A, they have a defined end to the procrastination. B, I'm able to focus really, really, really well right up into a deadline. Having a deadline, having a time limit really helps me focus. And so for me, I've learned that I really like deadlines for that reason. Also, the words are just not happening today. Hey, I feel that. I'm having trouble speaking. So that's where we are with that. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, I love asking people how they prefer to write. So Evan says, I'm useless at pen and paper. I think way faster than I can write by hand, and then I never type things up. I take notes that way, but I draft in Scrivener. Figuring out how that works, figuring out that's how I work has been so helpful. Yes. Yes. I also type faster, but when I type, I don't put the thought into it that I want to. This goes back to me being a really slow creator. So I've been really enjoying pen and paper too, just because it's slower and I need that. Oh gosh, thank you. Jimmy says, you all are pretty darn amazing. These create-alongs and you in them are indispensable to me. I agree. I agree. I look forward to these so much. Stuffers says, yeah, I feel the same way. They've been a complete game changer for me this year so far. Good. Stuffers, I love to hear that. I just saw Cassandra, you're going to finish your goofy little poem and post it tonight. It's your response to the capybara writing prompt. Better late than never. Yeah, those prompts don't expire. Like, you can always go back to our writing prompts and like write about whatever you want. They don't expire. Good night, Mary. Mary says, best group on earth. I bid you good night, my friends. Mary, thank you for being here. You're just great. Oh gosh, Evan, thank you. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you, all of you. Mike's heading out. Don't feel bad. Mike, don't feel bad. And you might already be gone by now because I'm behind in the chat as usual. Don't feel bad. This is a space for you to work. If you want, you can chat. You don't need to feel guilty about not keeping up on the chat. Like, there's zero obligation here. If you want to chat, you can chat. If you want to just have this up while you're working on something, you can totally do that. Oh, it's 2-hour mark. Uh-oh. Yes, Muppets Before Bed. Yeah, I'm like starting to get like a little drowsy, a little sleepy. Yes, it is our nemesis 2-hour mark. Okay. Ooh, Steffer says, I used to be strictly pen and paper. Now I only journal in pen and paper. Typing it. I almost read that as typically. Okay, 2-hour mark is for real this time. Typing is how I create my stories. My brain moves too quickly and I fall off my rabbit trails much too easily and forget where I'm going. Typing helps me to keep up. Yeah. Allie says, I slept all day and I'm wide awake. Oh my gosh. That sounds beautiful. That sounds beautiful. Cassandra says, you're all fantastic people. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I do too. Davis says, I started writing with pen and paper for the cozy fantasy book idea I was doodling with. Oh, I love that. I love like handwriting because I can doodle and sketch and make arrows. And it feels so fun. Yep. That's where we're at. We're at feels fun. Nap under a heated blanket. That sounds amazing. Yeah, and sometimes writing different things too. I want to put up this message from Tim here because it looks like we're very gently closing down for the evening. Tim says, be well, friends, rest, recharge, and thrive this weekend. I want to say, as always, I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful for this community. I'm so glad you are here sharing your thoughts and your hearts tonight. This community would not be what it is without you. So thank you for showing up. I'm just happy you're here. So thank you for this. If you're anywhere, Texas, South Dakota, Maine, wherever you are, stay warm. Take good care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself if you spend some time on social media. Let it go. We will be here. We will be in the Discord. We do these every Wednesday and Friday evening at 7 p.m. Central. So yeah, come hang out. I'd love to see you all again. In the meantime, keep creating and be kind to yourselves. All right. I will see you on Wednesday. I had to think about that. All right. Bye for now, everyone.